Hello and welcome back to Disco Elysium. First and foremost, I have tinkered a bit with the settings of my microphone. I might be a bit quieter than usual, but hopefully sounding a little bit better. I'm bad with tech. I'm not very good, which is probably why the quality of my videos is questionable, let's say. Anyways, I'm gonna pick up where we left off, and we left off right beside this
A heavy steel
door.
with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue.
I want to try the workshop spare key on the door.
The key fits the dimple lock. It takes a bit of effort to turn it after all these years, but then the lock clicks.
Hell yeah.
Dust rises before you like mist. A tomb haunted by regal spirits from distant ages.
Probably not.
No. Smells like engine grease and cut wood. A workshop.
Oh. Like the key said. Didn't it? Oh, I was expecting a loading zone. Oh well. Is that a pinball machine? Franco-Nigerian. The theme is horses and swords. Pinball is white Diora.
All these mesmerizing machines just waiting to be plugged back in and played.
I'm run my finger across the dust of the white Diora machine.
Feels like it might jump back to life any moment. The lights illuminating the white-robed woman.
What's white Diora?
Some kind of inane pinball theme, probably related to Messina during the DeLorean age. The history themes are the worst.
Diora was one of the 3 crown cities of the DeLorean era. On the Muindi Isola, the others being Ria Silvia and Advesperasket. This theme is all about early airships and beautiful, sad, pearl-laden women. It's quite nice, actually.
Airships. Interesting.
The lieutenant grimaces looking at the machines.
Sounds like you don't enjoy pinball, Kim.
No, I love it. I love pinball. Who doesn't love pinball? Let's move on.
He doesn't.
What about the other one? The Franco-Nigerian ball. Wanna play that?
No.
I think he's already made his opinion pretty clear. Should we... You know, we could fire up one of these bad boys and play some
You
ball.
can't fire them up. They are broken. Only that one machine in the main hall works. The Royalist Pinball.
What a dumb name. Royalist Pinball. If they weren't broken, he would kick one of these machines about now.
Okay, unless I roll the double ones, I'm gonna get this. Did I jinx it? Maybe.
Kim, Pinball, Kitsuragi.
AKA Kimball? What the fuck are we talking about?
Exactly. That's what he's known as. His reputation precedes him.
You're Kim Pinball Kitsuragi, is he?
So now he remembers.
He looks at you in the silence of the workshop, then takes his glasses off and cleans them.
Fine. I'm Kim Pinball Kitsuragi, aka the Kimball. You remembered. Congratulations.
Wait, but I still can't remember anything else.
Wonderful. He only remembers hearing about the pinball policeman.
You don't seem to really like pinball.
No human being should. It is a game that requires no skill and a childlike affinity to flashing lights and to fantastic, science fiction, and historic romance franchise. It is lame.
Then why are you called Pinball?
I am not called pinball. It was used to taunt me a long time ago, before I became a homicide detective and got my lieutenant.
How did you...
Fine. I was a juvenile police officer for over 15 years. It's how I started out in the RCM. Once I had to infiltrate a pinball ring, as you do when you're a juvie cop.
Okay.
It was not okay. I needed to become a pinball champion. I trained for 9 months. The job was successful and I was moved out of the juvenile wing to homicide.
Oh,
End of story.
I see. You were a juvie cop for 15 years?
That time is over now. I was already a 38-year-old man. It was unbecoming, as was playing pinball.
Wait, so that's why you didn't talk to Kuno?
It's best if you handle the juvenile delinquents.
Alright, don't worry, I'll keep calling you Kim.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is good too. Now, we really need to continue our sweep of what appears to be a secret path through the whirling.
Indeed. NB, the spare key is tied to the bush outside the corner. Okay. Oh, 5 whole real.
Over there, in the corner.
The pinball machine?
Not just any pinball machine. This is the pinnacle of pinball. Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats. It's lit. You can't wait to get your hands on it.
I don't think I'm gonna turn to Kim right now. I'm gonna say, let's take a closer look and pull out the machine.
Ah, great.
Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats reads the golden lettering on top of the back box. There's a small column of text underneath. The machine is coin operated. Get the game on, Fingerboy. Those flippers are ready.
I'm gonna read the text.
Above the painting of a mustached man climbing a hill, a column reads, inspired by the legend of Cornelius Gordy, taken on the world's tallest peak, Corpus Muindi. The Mesk legend holds that when the nation is in danger, heroic Gordy shall return and save his people.
Corpus.
The theme of the game is to explore Gordy's climb through the perspective of goats and to ascend to the top of the mountain in a time of trouble.
The theme in a pinball game?
The peak of the mountain is at the top of the playfield. All the balls have small goat icons on them and represent the goats as they race up and down the mountain. Areas around the playfield represent Gordy's climb, places he was said to have camped, which the goats can discover. Get them to the summit.
What's with all the goats?
Indeed, think of them as balls.
I mean, we gotta try it. It's a whole real, that's kind of a lot, but
It takes a while to get into a rhythm, but pretty soon you're able to keep 3 goat-faced balls in play with relative ease.
I got an achievement for getting my pinball on.
Go, go, Fingerboy.
I feel sorry for the gods. If they only knew the kind of guy old Cornelius really was.
What kind of guy was he then?
The kind of a guy who uses the word savages when recounting his travels. A Mesk nationalist.
I see. A racist mountaineer?
An avid huntsman too. He was often photographed in his dining hall, surrounded by wall-mounted hunting trophies from every continent.
That's not very cool.
He also hit his wife
Oh,
and kids.
oh,
Other people's kids too.
oh,
Sometimes pets.
oh.
Hateful little man.
Yeah, that's not great.
But you seem to be having fun.
I mean, I am pretty good at this.
Your game is definitely improving. The jolly goats are flying all over the board, and although a few plummet to their deaths, you're never left with less than 3. Suddenly, a special passage leading to the summit slides open at the top of the board. This is where the balls need to go.
I'm gonna concentrate and aim for the narrow passage.
Maneuvering a goat ball into a position for a perfect hit isn't easy. More fall to their deaths. But finally, the opportunity presents itself. One of them gets through. The words "Pale Rupture" light up on the speaker panel, and the machine starts filling with a thick, milky fog. Something's happening.
Oh, I don't know if this is good.
Congratulations. This is where the game ends. It's a cheap way of getting more money out of the players. A stupid, nihilistic finale.
There's so much fog, you can barely see anything. Some is actually leaking out of the machine, and one by one, your goats start slipping, disappearing into the milky nothingness. This can be navigated. The balls leave almost imperceptible disruptions in the fog. Use them to calculate where they hit.
Okay. I'm gonna use the fucking patterns in the fog to calculate the correct way to play the pinball.
You're down to your last goat, going mostly by sound. Eyes are useless at this point, but that goat is something special. 5 times you snatch him back from the jaws of death.
Is this at all affected by my stats? Would I have, like, failed at the game if I didn't have high enough visual calculus, I wonder?
You're in a perfectly balanced system where neither you nor the bell is able to get the upper hand. This could go on forever.
Kim, it can be done. Just watch me.
I've seen it before. Played it too. You will eventually make a mistake and then it's all over.
These are the exact same. I'm probably not gonna get it, but I'm gonna try for the legendary reaction speed, which I only have 1 in +1 because I apparently understand ball games, which means I'm gonna need the 12. I'm gonna need to roll the double sixes.
If you can't even see it.
Ah,
The
shame.
last goat plummets
Good, but
into
not
the
good
fog
enough.
with almost suicidal glee. It killed itself to spite you.
Wow.
There goes nothing, finger boy.
I'm not too worried. I'm hanging on to where's she at? Volition is what I believe I want. I'm gonna have to confront her either way, but part of me...
This small elevator is dimly lit by a bulb that's been glowing for ages. The latticed cage is open, inviting you to step inside.
Part of me wants to succeed the check as well.
Smells of nougat and sweat. Your head brushes up against the ceiling. There is a control panel to your right, and just enough room for 2 people to fit in. The maintenance card under the control panel reads, Last maintenance, 10th July, 88.
Says the last maintenance was in 88.
That it does. I say, let's brave it.
It was a long time ago.
At the end of the last century. Look on the bright side. If it fails, we will only sustain minor injuries. I'm talking 3, maybe 4 months in the hospital. Maximum 5.
Do you actually think we should do it, or...?
His whole enthusiasm is sarcasm.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, rhetoric, because I have trouble understanding sarcasm, because I have autism. I'm gonna look at the controls.
There are large rectangular buttons, monter, descente, and an international call for emergency assistance. That third one appears to be broken.
I see.
A small steel plaque reads Halter 800. Halter is a Koningsteiner lift company who went out of business a long, long time ago.
I wonder what this elevator was used for.
Seems like a small freight elevator for transporting machinery. For that, it's pretty quaint.
Machinery? I'm gonna close the doors and go up. Are we still in the whirling? Oh, look at that. We're behind here. Small windows taped shut with black plastic. You can't see outside. Schematics for a pinball machine. Futurism themed. Boxes of tools and replacement parts line the shelves. There's some sort of drawer. Ooh. Pinball maker's coat, which improves our empathy and our hand-eye coordination. Let's put it on real quick. Looks pretty nice. What's going on with the textures here? I don't know. Anything in the pockets? Doesn't seem like it. I'm gonna put my patrol cloak back. Oh shit, we're still wearing the white tank top. That's not right. Do we want to be wearing this actually? To get our conceptualization checks as often as possible. I do like having esprit de corps. And it also shivers. Let's do it like this. That's been working pretty good for us so far. Pinball machine has been taken apart and gutted.
So this is where they brought 40 pinball machines to fix them up. A long time ago. Everything is covered with dust now. The lieutenant looks around the dusty, crowded room, inspecting the tools on the shelf.
Looks like they gave up on fixing the pinball machines at some point.
At some point, 20 years ago, 15 maybe, before pinball went out of vogue.
This used to be a pinball workshop.
Looks like it. I'm guessing Martinez North 22 used to be a pinball arcade before it became a hostel. There are machines left over.
A creak. Some dust falls off a shelf.
Downstairs in the hall, next to the main door. One of them even works. I've seen one of the hardest bang away at it.
But then it went bankrupt. Your skin crawls from making the connection.
Could this mean the whirling in rags really is part of the doomed commercial area?
If that's true, then our cafeteria manager is not going to like it. We should tell him what we found up here, omitting that suspicion.
Sure.
He does not appear to be the kind of man who likes his establishment to be part of a neighborhood ghost story about bankruptcy.
Stupid superstition. But still, it would be interesting to see what the cafeteria manager thinks of this.
Indeed.
It's not a ghost story. It's a curse, and Gart ought to be made knowledgeable so he could perform
The
counterspells.
counter spells. Do you think Gart plays blue in Magic the Gathering? I'm gonna look at whatever this is. Tiny hole in the wall. Oh, a bedroom on the other
You
side.
can almost see the shape of a man and a woman writhing inside, bathed in drug sweat and dirty linens. Bottles lie around everywhere.
I don't think I need to press number 2. I can figure it out, thank you. I think I can see into Clausius' bedroom from
You
here.
can barely see through. Not to jump to sensationalist conclusions here. The footprints on the floor, however, definitely suspicious.
Boring footprints. I want to jump to sensationalist conclusions.
Well, I'm not saying anything out loud. Might as well listen to what electrochemistry has to say about what those people were doing.
You lean closer to the peephole.
I got experience points for it.
instinctively. I bet they're doing something quite unnatural. They're sensationally unnatural.
That was worth it to get the experience points. Let's inspect these footprints.
You clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of dust covering the workshop floor.
Will those still be here after like a bunch of years?
These, unlike everything else here,
Yeah, exactly. Someone's been here within the last week or 2.
3 weeks maximum from the dust coverage. It could easily have been 1 week too. You know, officer,
Oh no! Could it have been me?
This is so good it makes him forget the whole Kimball memory.
it was a stereo investigation after all. It has now converged with our main investigation, adding a new fact to consider.
Okay, what does it mean?
It means someone snuck through what seems like a secret route, behind Clausius' room, in the recent weeks. This may prove to be significant.
Let's have a closer look then.
Large prints, most likely made by Boots. The size is hard to determine. Sole could be bigger than Vamp. The
Vamp?
soles have left a pattern, uniform, horizontal lines. This print is unlike one left by a regular worker boot. It is not a brand sole with logos on it. It seems custom-made or old-fashioned.
Unlike one left by a regular. Guess I'll say this then. This doesn't look like the workers' boots from the hanging, does it?
No. These little horizontal lines are different. They look custom-made to me. Or some kind of foreign print. Hard to say.
This print doesn't look like...
Though.
This print doesn't look like the old sold print we found at the hanging, Kim.
The size looks about the same, actually. They are not the same shoe, but they could be the same person.
Interesting point. I'm gonna get up.
Everything around you is quiet. The prints crisscross the workshop floor.
Let's move on. Can we go out here?
This is the barred door you tried to kick in before.
I know what's on the other side. I'm gonna unbar the door. Alright. We could go to Gart with this. I want to follow up the last part of the whole Clausier thing.
It's always good to see you.
Wait, shit.
Something in her demeanor has changed. She's tired, consigned to her fate, to being here with you and what's to come.
I want to try that volition check again.
It's always good.
Something in her demeanor has changed.
28%.
She's tired, consigned to
We
her
gotta roll a
fate,
9.
to being here with you and what's to come. Just like the last time. Light brown eyes. Look
Do we
back.
save scum?
All is as it was. You feel
Let's give it
cigarette fume rise from her lips.
a couple of save scums. Because I'm not sure I'm gonna get... If I keep going with the other sort of route,
Something in her demeanor
this...
has changed.
She might disappear and the chance to do this as well.
Just like the last time.
Ooh, 8.
Light brown eye.
Give it 1, maybe 2 more. See if we can.
It's always
Something in her demeanor has changed. Just like the last time. Light
Ah,
brown eyes.
close.
Back at you.
But
All is
no cigar.
it's always good.
Something
Come
in
on.
her demeanor has changed. Just like the last time. Light brown eyes. Look back at you.
1 more. We can give it 1 more.
It's always good to see.
Something in her demeanor has changed. Soft, light brown eyes look back at you, directly into the space behind your eye sockets. You see the smoke rise from between her painted red lips. She's beautiful. I have bad news for you.
What?
You know these guys? Who? Me? Yes, you. He's talking about you, you boring stiff. You too? Me? What did I do? I'm merely a master thespian. These guys are compromised. She's got them singing along to her tune. The little bleeps and bloops you trust for info. You can't trust them anymore.
What do you mean? Logic and drama? What?
Believe it.
Which ones exactly are
There's
affected?
no way of knowing. At the moment, I'm afraid it's best to assume all of them.
Why?
Bullshit, man. I ain't compromised. Especially that guy. That guy's the most compromised one in here.
I mean, by his nature, kinda.
No fucking way. I just want a drag of that sweet menthol Ziggy. Really? Quick. Tell me what's under her jumpsuit. Glory. Truth. Softness. Protect her. She wants you. I take it back. He's got it pretty bad.
Yeah.
But this next guy's on another level entirely. She likes you. The crownhead is a boring condom. He's jealous. This is human nature.
How did this happen?
How it always does. Through subtlety.
What can I do?
There's nothing you can do about it. You are how you are, and she is how she is. Things will go as they do.
Can't you turn them normal again?
No,
What use is this then?
it's better to know you're being played than to be played without knowing it, is it not?
I guess. Does this mean she's been lying to me?
Yes, Mr. Thespian here has been singing paeans to how truthful she is. She is a lady, most fair and just. In his defense, to reduce him to such inadequacy, she probably had to employ half-truths more often than outright lies. That is correct. And omissions too.
Can I trust that guy?
A little. They're all still of limited use, interpreting things to the best of their ability. Maybe they add flair or something. I wouldn't know. I don't add flair.
Can I trust
But
you?
when it comes to assessments of character and factual accuracy, they are not to be trusted. Not with her.
Can I trust any of them ever again?
Don't be melodramatic. You can trust them. Just not with Miss Orange Disco Dancer here.
What is her plan?
You can't draw a sound conclusion. The one he usually does says she may want to control the information rollout, not to become a suspect. She may have a past she's escaping, unrelated to this case. You doubt it's something truly insidious.
Do I?
See? It's oddly moderate, probably compromised.
Okay, wait, so... I'm still a little bit confused as to what exactly our information from the Hardy Boys gave us, other than, like... Okay, so there were two women involved somehow. One of them being her, one of them being the not actually a Hardy girl. The dude was shot here. Right. Is there reason to believe that Claudia did it? Other than that she's...
Don't worry.
Fuck, I don't know.
It's only been 4 or 5 seconds. You've got this.
Fuck it, let's ask her. Are you manipulating me?
The silence broken. She exhales a little cloud of smoke and says,
God, no.
I see. The Hardy Boys told us what really happened.
I understand.
You don't look surprised. You were expecting this.
I knew there was a chance he'd come to tell you. It's what you do. You're the police.
Sorry, my throat is all irritated for some reason. I keep coughing. Sorry about that.
For what it's worth, I'm sorry for wasting your time.
this is good. Clear the air first, between you two. Then move on to questions.
Can I trust your rhetoric?
No, it's not good. It's the opposite of that. This will let her dictate the terms of your... Shush, I can't hear what she's saying.
If you knew we would find out eventually, why did you waste our time?
Because of the Hardys. I couldn't just dispense with them. They were only trying to help me. Out of the shit I'd gotten into.
That's not a good enough reason.
You're right. There's more.
More?
You answer to the coalition government, and by extension, the moral intern.
What's the RCM's involvement with the moral intern got to do with this?
You share a database with them. You send people to their courts.
What's going on? What did you do?
Just business. But bad business for some people in the moral intern. If I show up in your records, officer, they will find me.
Oh?
They will...
What happens if they do?
They will kill me, sir. If you file my name, take me in for questioning, enter me into the moral intern mill, well, then I'm fucked. For nothing. This murder didn't have anything to do with me.
I'm a bit confused.
Fucked. People after her. Moral intern people. This isn't Orionese lit. Actually,
Okay.
this murder did have a little to do with her.
What did you do to have these people after you?
It's not nice, but it's not illegal. Not here in Ravishol, or even in Orania.
What exactly did you do?
Industrial espionage.
Oh,
I joined a business collective with the intention of betraying them. I did my job well enough to be asked to do it again, with a bigger company. The kind you really, really don't fuck with. I took their ledgers, 2 decades worth of accounting.
I need the names of the companies involved and who hired you.
The job was Lewsdown County Savings Bank. They sound small, but they're part of the Lewis Scott conglomerate. That was the second job. The first was some printer company. You wouldn't know them. As to who hired me for the job, I don't know. But they're after me too. Along with Lewis Scott and their friends in the MI. Once you're done in the competitive intelligence circuit, you don't have allies. You're radioactive.
you did industrial espionage. What a thing. I don't think I was expecting that.
Blows cap. These people engineer financial disasters in second world countries. The conglomerate also includes the Bank of Consecration, Airbird, and the popular Papalolo line of dairy products.
Papalolo, I can say just out loud. Let's just say that's a lot of shit you gotten yourself into.
It is. Many people lost their jobs. Not just C-suite. Ordinary people. What I did to get to accounting,
She shakes her head at the thought.
a lot of people got hurt. But that's just more of my shit you shouldn't have to deal with. You're solving a murder.
You said you studied Orangese Lit. What is this? What is with this fugitive stuff?
I did. I also had a side job selling insurance that I was really good at. Got picked up by a bank. Competitive intelligence, they called it. After that, I sort of, transitioned out of the whole culture scene.
And what happened here the night he died?
We were there. Together. In bed, I mean.
Tell me exactly what happened.
Okay. He was in a kneeling position. He had just entered me. I was on my back, looking at him. I heard the window behind me shatter, and I turned to look. There was a hole in the glass.
Oh shit, and he was
I
dead?
turned back to him. His eyes were looking through me, and his mouth was open. Dumb. I could see. I knew he was dead. Before he fell down on top of me.
That's pretty fucked up. Let's... Nothing she's told me makes me think she's like an awful person, so let's be a little kind and not push the issue too hard. And say, you don't have to continue if you don't want to.
No, I want to. Let's get this done.
Good, I was kind of hoping for that anyways.
It's okay. Tell us as much as you're comfortable with.
He was heavy. I pushed him off and he fell to the floor. There. He only had his boots on. I bit the pillow, not to scream, then ran downstairs. I waited for the second shot to come. For me.
Wow.
I thought there would be one. It never came.
She's forgotten about her cigarette. The butt has burned right down to her fingernails.
Your cigarette, miss. I'm gonna... She looks at it and quickly tosses the butt aside. I'm sorry this happened to you.
So am I.
She immediately proceeds to light another one.
What time was this? When did it happen? It would help us if you could be as precise as possible.
11:30 to 12:15. I don't know the exact time. Around midnight.
It's okay. Were you inebriated?
Not as much as usual.
Hmm.
Done a line, plus other things. I was drinking.
This doesn't fit with the testimony of Titus Hardy. He said she was higher than usual.
I think we should bring that up. Titus said you looked pretty high.
Oh, yeah. I did one of his lines. Just to clear my head.
Oh, after it happened.
Good thinking. Clear your head. You should clear
Shut the
your
fuck
head.
up, electrochemistry. You keep doing this.
Did you hear or see the shooter in the course of this?
No,
What did you do then?
nothing. I was trapped. I was stuck in my room downstairs. I got some clothes on and crawled back up, drew the blinds. Blood was coming from his mouth. Not a lot, just a little. He was still on the floor, slouched. I couldn't be there with him anymore, so I ran down and out of my room, into the hallway, down the stairs. I knew there would be people there.
Unnoticed. That's not what she's telling us. Should we think that she did it? Is there a reason to think she would do it? It sounds more like she was worrying. Oh, fuck. Can we trust her though? Logic, perception. I don't think they've been saying anything that seems wrong. Let's just continue the line of questioning. What happened after you ran downstairs?
Sylvie was tending the bar. A lot of people were there. The Hardys were at the table in front of the stage. I think the Union box was full. Ruby was there too. They were having such a good time.
Ruby.
I sat down and they all welcomed me. I didn't even have to say anything. Ruby knew something was wrong.
Before we continue, who is Ruby?
Ruby, you know, the leader.
I don't know actually.
The leader? Of what?
The Hardy Boys.
She says as if it's self-evident. This is interesting. I thought Hardy was the leader of the Hardy Boys.
Well, nominally, yes. Ruby's the one they go to when things happen, like things they need taken care of. She's the organizer.
Okay, let's go on. What then?
Well, Ruby said let's talk upstairs. I showed her the room. I've known these people since December. They know my situation, that I can't leave a paper trail. Ruby was the first one I told. She said she'd take care of this. It's what she does, you know, take care of things. I helped her get the body to the bathroom. We used a belt to pull him up under the shower, to keep him upright.
Ah. So the belt was used all the way back then. Ruby. I'm just trying to recall all the pieces of information. We still have the issue of the gun, the murder gun. We know what kind of gun it was.
To produce lividity, matching a hanging?
Yes.
This Ruby person seems to know what she's doing.
We completely missed the tampering. Looks like you got there in time. What was this, 20 minutes after death?
About 20, yes. Ruby explained it would make the blood... You know what he does.
She looks at the ground and raises her light brown eyes to meet yours. Then what did you do?
Ruby went outside to talk to Titus and the boys. I was just looking at Lely in the bathroom. I had to put his clothes back on. His armor, too. It was tough, but I've seen him take it off and put it on many times. It took Ruby maybe half an hour to come back with Titus. I'd gotten him ready by then. He carried him out. I knew what they were going to do. Make it look like a hanging. Ruby said they would.
What did you do while they were hanging him?
Ruby said to wait here. She also said I wouldn't see her for a while. That we should lay low or something. So I did.
This Ruby. Where is this Ruby now?
I don't know. I haven't seen her since.
We will need to take this question to the Hardy Boys.
Oh boy.
Interesting. Why did this Ruby go through so much trouble to hide something someone else did? Look into this later.
Indeed.
What are you doing?
Volition?
Coming up with a theory. She said Ruby knew something was wrong before she said anything. How come? It was loud downstairs. She couldn't have heard the shot.
I kind of figured she just saw on, like, her face.
It is ominous. You already coming up with theories that put the blame on someone other than Clausia.
What is your angle, Volition? Why am I talking to different parts of my brain? God damn it. When it happened, did you hear a gunshot?
When he was shot? I may have. I don't know. I couldn't hear anything over the glass exploding.
Should I ask this? I have the option, and I kind of want to ask it. I kind of feel like, no, that's not it. I don't know. Did you kill Ellie? Fuck it.
What? Why would I put myself through this? Insanity. Get myself cornered like this. He wouldn't have died if it weren't for me. I know that. But I would never hurt him.
All kinds of crazy things happen when drugs are involved. Sweet drugs. It could have been a desire murder. Maybe an act of jealousy. He was a serviceman. He must have had a gun lying around. Close to her hand. A military weapon using jacketed ammunition. Now you guys suddenly have theories pouring out, when they're obviously just stabs in the dark.
Oh my god. Oh. All these different ideas. Okay. I'm kind of just, sometimes you gotta shake the tree and see what falls out. Fucking LA noiring it. It's okay if you did it in self-defense.
I did not kill him to defend myself from rape. I told you before. That wasn't what happened.
True, sire. 'Tis true.
Let's not push this any further.
Like what?
Eyes wandering over the floor over your face. I don't know. Man, this game has me, suspicious of the narration. Could the people after you have killed him?
That's the first thing that went through my head when I heard the glass break.
And
I thought they'd found me. They've killed him to punish me. All last week, I've tried not to talk to anyone or be seen with anyone, so they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however, this is paranoia. What happened didn't have anything to do with me.
but maybe it did.
I just don't know. I don't know anything.
We can't go after Loose Cap. Not yet. There are other, saner leads.
Okay, Kim.
I don't ask you to, Lieutenant. If there's one thing I know, it's that you'll get nothing from there.
Why did you call the cops if you're hiding?
Because I'm an idiot.
The answer comes fast. Practiced?
Idiot. She's nothing of the sort.
So you would have us believe. But you're not.
You have to understand, the people around here, no one was making the call, and he kept rotting. And then they picked his clothes off. And that little fucker threw stones at him. He kept throwing stones at him for 3 days. I could hear the thud. Thud. So I called you. I hope with all my heart it's not the last thing I do in Ravishol.
So what I'm gathering is that without Kuno being a fucking piece of shit, the plot doesn't happen.
She definitely called the cops. That was task complete. It could not have been a lie. That is impossible.
Yeah?
Oh God, that was a lie too. Who made the call then?
Volition, are you saying that just because Drama suggested it?
She did, of course. Don't be paranoid, man. It's unbecoming of a police officer, and it makes you sweat.
Fuck, Volition. Why do you have me doubting myself at every turn? Ah, goddammit. When was the window changed?
Last week. Angus and Titus's brother, I think he's called Tibbs, took care of it.
That checks out. With what they told us.
You should have another look at that window after this. Reconstruct the scene. It's right there.
In her bedroom, inside?
Yes, you see the glass sparkling out of the corner of your eye.
Fine. I think we're done here for now.
She nods silently. She doesn't even smoke. Just picks up the cold coffee and holds it in her hands.
The lieutenant glances at you, then at the door.
He's thinking, are we done here? Or should we arrest her? She's a flight risk and she lied to you. She should be taken into custody. No, that won't be necessary. Just leave her alone. She's been through enough. She doesn't need this police brutality. This guy won't budge. You have to wake Multiface up, forcefully, if you want to continue pushing her.
So am I telling Drama to wake up? I guess.
Who? What? Dear God, you've been lied to. She could have killed her lover and lied to everyone. She's not candid at all. She's smoke and mirrors and willow-wisps.
Jesus fucking... the writing is really cool and interesting, but I'm getting a bit lost.
She probably didn't give you her real name either. Why would she? Arrest her immediately, before she further entangles you in her web of lies. Take it easy. Don't overcompensate with this course correction. Ask questions first.
Thank you, Volition.
Yes. Start at the top. Choose at the bottom. It's how we've always done it. No rush.
Is that affected by how I've been playing the game?
See?
Your real name isn't Klasia Mandu.
I agree. You wouldn't give us your real name, not when people are after you.
Okay.
Okay, what?
Okay, it's not.
Good, you can tell me the truth.
You log your work every week. It's all transmitted to Commencer. I couldn't just beg you not to enter my name. So I lied. Like I lied before. Like I did at LCSB. I have to lie all the time. I'm so tired of it.
Was it the passport bullshit too? The passport you keep hidden?
No. It's submerged in a plastic buoy on the coast, in the reeds. It just doesn't say Klasia Amandu. It says Anouk Mea Smith.
Mea Smith.
Falsified documents?
Passport and visa. Given to me by my employer. I can't even use them. My employer probably leaked the name, Mea Smith, to hurt me.
Why would they do that?
I didn't show up to a rendezvous. They don't take that lightly. I didn't show up because I was afraid they'd do something to me. The job was finished. I'm just a liability now.
Where's this buoy?
West of the boardwalk, in the reeds, on the coast there. I put it there when I first arrived. Haven't been there since. I'm not sure I could even find it now. It's useless.
We have to check this buoy out.
The lieutenant makes a note of it.
You're welcome to it. It's in the reeds northwest of here, past a broken sewage pipe, right near the waterline.
That Mayor Smith thing. It's not your real name either, is it? Tell me your real name.
It's Katarzyna Alazie.
Katarzyna Alazie. The smile on her face is timid, almost painfully so.
It's a Grad name, Jimsk or Yugo-Grad in origin. Not Occidental at all. Smells of motor oil, tiger, economic desolation, and rock music infused alcoholism. It also makes Klasia almost an alacronym for Katarzyna Alazie.
Klasie. Yeah. Wait, Klasie is an abbreviation of Katarzyna Alazie?
It was a sentimental thing. I wanted to be more me here, this time. So I used my nickname.
A nickname? Who gave you this nickname, Klasia?
Well, I'm gonna ask who gave it to you.
Teenage boy. 1,000,000 years ago.
Hold on, Katarzyna Alazie is not even an Orangese name, is it? It's not even Mundi, it's Grad.
My parents were Zhemsk immigrants, but I'm nationalized Oranese. All I remember is Oranje. Alazie is my father's name.
Oh well, finally we meet Katarzyna Alazie.
She nods. Her round eyes.
The name is
meet
still...
yours. They seem moist from the wind on the roof.
You're probably not even Miss Oranje 37, are you?
I am. They can never take my sash and my scepter from me.
Yes, they can. For lying.
Drama. Enough.
She nods. Her back straight. Ready for whatever is next.
You know, I think you didn't make that call to the station.
I did. What is this? I called your desk or whatever it is. The numbers are all over town. Call 8-100-2 for emergencies. There was an older woman on the other end. It sounded like she was smoking. She took my complaint. She coughed.
That is the emergency's desk number. Anyone could know that, sire.
Okay, drama is not...
Calling the desk. I don't believe a single word she says.
What time did you make the call?
Thursday night. It was late, sometime after 12.
It checks out.
Yeah, say nothing.
She stands before you, holding her back very straight.
What if I told you you're under arrest? Should I say that? That's a question. That's not an I'm arresting you. Let's spitball with Kim. Why have we not arrested her yet?
There may be grounds here, at least for an extended detention.
A little whimper. The young woman hears you. She's looking around.
What if I told you you're under arrest?
But I haven't done anything. Anything illegal.
She backs up with a forced smile on her face.
She purposefully misrepresented information crucial to the case. Fucking mind games. Enough. That's right, gang. Stern and merciless now. Stern and merciless as we reel her in.
I don't like these. You misrepresented information about the case. Without the Hardy's confession, we'd know
The
nothing.
lieutenant produces a pair of handcuffs.
Oh, fuck.
Please no.
Fragile, unshielded. Her voice is thin and tired.
I think I know who did it. Who shot Lely. I can tell you. I can help you.
Oh? What do you know? Who shot him?
She's silent for a second, as if looking into herself for certainty. Then, in a hushed voice, she says,
Ruby.
I see. You know, I had my suspicions when this woman was brought up, who we have never heard of before. Why do you think it was her?
She has this thing for me. Ever since I met her and the boys downstairs. She's been pretty frank about what she wants.
what she's saying is sex.
Let's not be too... Let her say it.
Sex. And more. I made the mistake of confiding in her. I told her I was on the run. She started protecting me. It became an unhealthy relationship. When I started spending time with Lely, she told me to end it. Said there would be shit if I didn't. It was not a good meeting. We stopped talking after that, but
I don't understand. What exactly in your relationship made you think she is romantically interested in you?
she said she's in love with me. She even asked me to run away with her when I told her I'm a fugitive. She started developing notions about our relationship.
And you led her on?
A little. I was flattered, you know? But then I had to let her off, and it was not easy. I came to regret being friendly with her. We maybe kissed, nothing more.
Honestly, I don't know what to make of this.
I know what this sounds like. That's why I didn't want to tell you before. But she knew what had happened when I came downstairs. Somehow, she knew Lely was dead.
Sorry, I'm thinking.
She wasn't surprised at all. When we came up here, she was calm as a stone, too. She cleaned it all up, like she had a plan.
Or we're gonna have to find this Ruby person and talk to her.
This is a familiar theory. You had it too, remember? Could it be that Ruby was covering up after herself? The lynching?
The purple fucking volition is gonna say she's lying.
Yet again, you're coming up with this. The worst thing is, it may be true.
Oh? Volition, you're being convinced? When Ruby said there would be shit happening if you didn't end your relationship with the deceased, was she threatening
She
you?
came over one night, drunk. Said she'd turn my life into a living hell. I've been threatened before, so I can tell when someone knows how to do it. And she's a pro. She must be. To keep the Hardys in line. I tried severing ties with her after that. I thought it had worked, but
Some of that fear is still with her. She exhales sharply. What are you talking about? She's afraid you'll arrest her.
And how could she have killed him?
You've been through there, right? I saw you come out. It leads downstairs.
Oh, the footprints looking into the room. Could that have been Ruby? And Ruby was the 8th pair. Oh, things are
Could have
falling
gone
into
over
place.
that, then made the shot right here, where I stand. It was dark outside. I wouldn't have seen her.
Oh, it's standing right here, not even like across the street or something.
Interesting theory. Did she know that door exists? Had you been out there with her?
Yes, of course. She's been up here many times, jacking private stations off the ring antenna. She used to come here to drink on the roof with me, before it got weird.
Okay, that's it for Ruby.
Okay, and what? Arrest the liar now. Why? She told us some pretty interesting things there.
Who? What is it this referring to? This is not in quotation marks, so this is to the brain.
Her. Stop letting her distract you.
Oh no, this choice. Ah. Do we? Oh man, I don't know. Flight risk? I kind of don't want to arrest her. I'll keep you here, miss, for now. That hurts.
Thank you. Thank you. You won't regret it.
Something tells you you will.
God damn it, Volition. Let's change the subject for the time
She
being.
slowly lights another cigarette and steadies her breath. You are. This is not the end of this.
Let's get back to those lies you told. It's unclear what you intended to say.
We demand she be punished for deceiving us.
Oh shit, that's just that.
Slowly lights another cigarette and steadies her breath. As you look back, you think, so love did do him in, after all.
I was right.
If it weren't for her, he would not have been there. The shot would not have connected with his soft palate.
Looks like love did him in after all.
She's silent, holding on to her coffee mug. No vapor rises from it. It's cold. It appears this one has not been entirely corrupted. This may help. This may help the others see.
Yeah, Inland Empire is not corrupted. I'm gonna say nothing, let her answer.
Yeah. I'd like to think he didn't love me. Or that it was chemically induced and not real.
Why?
Easier that way.
Was it real?
I don't know.
Finished thought. Oh, fuck. I'm not super happy about that. Okay, we got the buoy. And we gotta get Titus to give up the location. And we got a skill point. Nice. Oh my god. Oh, this is so intense. This game is cool, dude. Can I talk to...
Yes?
Oh wow, I've been going for over an hour. I gotta go, man. I will see you next time.